Motion. All living and non-living things are in a state of motion, from the blood in our body to the rotation and revolution of the earth. All things are moving constantly with time. That is, they change their position constantly with time. This is called motion. Different objects exhibit different types of motion. Imagine the consequences if these things stop moving. Motion of a body is defined with respect to an object at rest. A person sitting on a chair does not change its position with time with respect to another person sitting on another chair. Hence, the person is said to be at rest or stationary. A cyclist, however, changes his position after a certain amount of time with respect to the person sitting on a chair. The cyclist is said to be in motion. However, if an astronaut on the moon observes the earth, he would find that the earth is in motion, whereas the people living on earth do not feel this motion. Now, let's look at the types of motion exhibited by different objects. If all parts of an object cover the same distance in the same time, the motion is called translatory motion. For example, the bike rider and the person sitting on the sidecar cover an equal distance in the same amount of time. If an object moves in a straight line, it is said to exhibit linear or rectilinear motion. The motion exhibited while we walk or run along a straight path, or the movement of a car on a straight road, is rectilinear motion. Similarly, if an object moves along a circular path, it is said to be in circular or curvilinear motion. Objects such as a wheel, a spinning top, or the earth exhibit motion on their axis. This type of motion is called rotational motion. In this type of motion, different points on the object move through different distances at the same time. For example, a place near the equator covers a larger distance than a place near the poles in 24 hours. If we observe the motion of the pendulum of a clock, we see that the motion is repeated at regular intervals. Similarly, the revolution of the earth around the sun and the revolution of the moon around the earth is also repetitive. This motion that repeats itself at regular intervals of time is called periodic motion. If the motion of a pendulum is fast, then the motion can be called vibrational motion. The strings of a guitar and the skin of a drum undergo fast periodic motion, producing sound.